So let's talk about The Polar Express, starring Tom Hanks.
Ho, 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 ho! This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Ho, 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 ho!
So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2004 computer animated adventure film The Polar Express. Based on Chris Van Allsburg's book of the same name, written and directed by Robert Zemeckis. Well, it was co-written, my mistake. Released by Warner Brothers for Castle Rock Entertainment. Yes, well, they're one of their subsidiaries. Now, the film features human characters animated using live-action motion capture animation. Now, the film tells the story of a young boy who on Christmas Eve sees a mysterious train bound for the North Pole stop outside his window and is invited aboard by its conductor. And the boy joins several other children as they embark on a journey to visit Santa Claus preparing for Christmas. The film features Tom Hanks, who was also one of the film's executive producers, playing multiple distinct roles, along with Daryl Sabara, Nona Gay, Jimmy Bennett, and Eddie Deason in supporting roles. This was still a pretty darn good movie, actually, as I'll talk about in my thoughts. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get into our story. On the night of Christmas Eve, a boy is skeptical of the existence of Santa Claus. Struggling to fall asleep, he witnesses a steam locomotive arrive on the street and goes outside to examine it. The conductor introduces the train as the Polar Express and was on its way to the North Pole. Initially reluctant, the boy jumps aboard as the train departs. Soon, in the passenger car, he meets a spirited girl and a smart know-it-all boy. The train picks up a boy named Billy who also declines to board but changes his mind. And the boy pulls the emergency brake to allow Billy to board, much to the conductor's dismay. As Billy sits alone in the train's observation car, hot chocolate is served in the passenger car, which I'm going to say that is a pretty good scene. This has some pretty good moments and what have you. Anyway, soon the girl stows away a cup for Billy. As she and the conductor cross to the dining car, the boy notices that she left her unpunched ticket. Yes, because now the conductor punches out several little holes in the ticket, which are actually kind of like gold tickets, just like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, except a little different looking though, anyway. Anyway, now where was I? Oh, yes. And unfortunately, Roy loses hold of the ticket between the cars when he attempts to return it. The ticket re-enters the passenger car, but not before the conductor notices it's absent and escorts the girl to, well, the rear car. When a know-it-all claims that the conductor will throw the girl from the train, the boy recovers the ticket and dashes to the dying car in search of the conductor, climbing onto the roof. There he meets a hobo camping on the roof, who offers him coffee and discusses the existence of Santa Claus and Ghost. The hobo skis with the boy along the top of the cars toward the coal tender, where the hobo disappears right at Flat Top Tunnel. In the locomotive's cab, the boy discovers that the girl has been made to supervise driving the train, while the engineers named Steamer and Smokey replace the headlight. The boy applies the brakes and the train stops, coming across a herd of caribou blocking the tracks. The conductor pulls Smokey's beard, causing him to let out animal-like noises, and the caribou herd clears the tracks. The train continues on at extreme speed, and the throttle's split pin, the cotter pin, shears off, causing the train to accelerate uncontrollably down a 179-degree grade and onto a frozen lake. Smokey uses his hairpin to repair the throttle as the train drifts across the ice to realign with the tracks moments before the ice breaks. The boy returns the girl's ticket for the conductor to punch. And as the three return to the passenger car, the hobo uses a Scrooge puppet, taunting the boy and calling him a doubter. Soon the train arrives at the North Pole, where the conductor announces that one of the passengers will be chosen to receive the first gift of Christmas from Santa himself. Discovering Billy still alone in the observation car, the girl and boy persuade him to come along. But the boy accidentally uncouples the car, sending it back along the line to a railway turntable in Santa's workshop. The children make their way through an elf command center and gift storing office before being dumped into a giant sack of presents, where they discover that the know-it-all has stowed away as well. And the elves escort them out before Santa and his reindeer arrive. Now then, to the ending. You know the procedure. You got 5 seconds to stop this video and fast forward to the time below once you go down to the description box. If you have seen the movie already, you may continue on once the countdown is done. Okay, here we go. Okay, you've been warned. A bell flies loose from the galloping reindeer's reins, and the boy initially cannot hear it ring until he finds it within himself to believe. He shows the bell to Santa, aka Mr. C, who selects him to receive the first gift of Christmas. Santa agrees to let him keep the bell, and the boy places it in his robe pocket. The rear car is returned to the train as the children board to return home. But the boy discovers that he lost the bell through the hole in his pocket. He returns home and awakens on Christmas morning to find the present containing his lost bell. He and his younger sister, named Sarah, joyfully ring the bell, while their parents, not believing in Santa, don't hear the bell and say that the bell is broken. Well, the boy reflects on his friends and sister eventually growing deaf to the bell over the years as their belief faded. However, despite his now old age, the bell still rings for him, as it does for all who truly believe. And that's the end. So, what did I think of the Polar Express? Well, I must admit, it's a very good movie. I absolutely loved the performances we got from the cast. Of course, Tom Hanks doing a lot of the characters, including let's see, the conductor, the hobo, and Mr. C, and the narrator. Let's see. A. Deason voices the Noel, and Nona Gay voices the hero girl. And it's kind of hard to figure out who does the hero boy, as a matter of fact. Because 3 different characters did it. Tom Hanks actually did him in motion capture only. Let's see. Josh Hutcherson did him in additional motion capture, and the actual voice of the boy was Daryl Sabara. So, now you know. So, and there was lots of other voices, including the late great Michael Jeter. He managed to finish this before his death. And there's even Charles Fleischer and Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler as well. So they were all good. The soundtrack's pretty good because it had lots of good songs and some classics. The score by Alan Silvestri was real good. I'm just going to say that this was, well, Very good. Now, years later, I actually got to read the actual story. I may be grown up, but I actually got to read the story for the first time ever. I have to say it's really good. But anyway, the cast was real good, the characters were real good, the story was good. It follows the book pretty well. So the question is, would I recommend the Polar Express? You better believe it. Yes. I think you should check this movie out. It's very easy to find on home media. You can also see on TV. It's been shown on numerous channels like Freeform, and well, currently it's being shown on the AMC channel. And well, plus lots of others. I will say that The Polar Express is real good. It's another great film and great collaboration between Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis. So anyway, what are your thoughts on the Polar Express? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now join me next time when I do the first of 2 spoiler-free reviews. That's right, there's going to be a slight change of plans for the last day of November. Now I was going to do the Sound of Music next time, but I'm rescheduling them to the first thing of next month in December. So I humbly apologize. So tomorrow you'll expect the first of 2 spoiler-free reviews, The Christmas Chronicles 2 and Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey, both of which are on Netflix. So look for those tomorrow. So anyway, thank you for watching my review of the Polar Express, and if you liked this, you might want to check out some of these other fun-filled, well, flicks and what have you. The upper left-hand corner is my recent review of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey, directed by Ron Howard. The upper right-hand corner is my latest review, my more recent review and latest of a TV special, Rankin Bass's The Little Drummer Boy. Or if you want some more from Robert Zemeckis, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my recent review of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.